welcome back to Pure Lottie. So today's video is a first impressions video. So if you want to see what I'm trying and what I think of them, then make sure you keep watching. And if you like today's video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up down below because it really helps me out. And if you're new, don't forget to join my family. Hit that subscribe button and change that notification bell to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. Alright, let's jump in. Okay, so first product that we have here is from Essence. It's the Lash Like a Boss Instant Volume and Length Waterproof Mascara. So we're going to pop this on. I'm probably going to pop false lashes on as well over top of it, but I thought I would show you what it looks like before I do that. So the brush looks like this. So it has like a nice like curve in it. Not really the type of brush that I normally go for, but we will see how it goes. It feels very dry at the moment just from looking at it. So let's go ahead and pop it on one lash. Yes, super dry. I am one that, like, I do prefer a more drier formula than a wet formula, but I know for it to already be like dry now, that does make me a bit nervous. Like, is it going to last? Because once you've opened it a bunch of times, it's going to dry out even more. So that does concern me. We will see. It is sort of like clumping together my lashes just here. Okay, so that's just one time using the brush, but I did go over it a few times, which I would do no matter what with any mascara. So this is what it's looking like. I did not curl the lashes beforehand. So it's definitely, like, I don't have very much lashes as it is. So it's definitely given me length. It's definitely lifted my lashes. I'm not sure if you're able to see here, but like, these are like pointing like straight on, whereas these are now like lifted. So it definitely has given me like a lift. It's definitely given me the length. Volume, maybe a little bit, not super amount. Let me see if I can go side on, if you can see. Hopefully you can see that side on versus the side with nothing on. I can see as I'm filming this, it is starting to drop a little bit. So not really lifting. I guess it gave me a lift at the start, but yeah, now it's dropping already. But I didn't use a lash curler that's all from this brush. Let's pop a second coat on and see we can get more volume and length at all. Definitely clumping it together. Not really one that I would like to continue using like multiple layers. I don't really use multiple layers of mascara anymore because I just go in with my falsies instead. But it's definitely added volume now that I've popped that second layer on. Definitely has become a bit more of like a spider lash now though, which is not really something that I'm like super fan of. Not very easy to unclump either. I'm just using my little comb separator here. Yeah, not super nice. There's definitely different Essence mascaras that I prefer over this one. But I mean, it does work and it does give me a lot more length. So I do have a lot of extra length that I wouldn't normally. But I prefer more of a lifted look and some volume without it clumping together. So not my favorite mascara, but it's not like terrible. I'm going to just quickly do the other eye as well, yeah? Okay, so just to compare, this is 2 layers versus 1 layer. So I definitely prefer it with 1 layer because it's not like all like super clumped together and doesn't look like spider lashes. It still gives me the length, just doesn't give me like volume or a lift. whereas this side definitely gives me volume and length. So if you want volume and length and you don't mind having spider lashes or clumped together lashes, I'd go in with multiple layers. If not, then I would just do one layer. So I'm going to pop some falsies on anyway, but not my favourite mascara, but not like terrible. I'll still use it. I'm just going to pop falsies on over top because that's just how I prefer my lashes. Okay, so next product we're going to try today is the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. So it's a medium buildable coverage, long lasting, hydrating, hibiscus complex foundation. Now I picked it up in number 13, which is a fair neutral. So this is what it looks like. Okay, I've got a wet beauty blender here and I do have a foundation brush as well. So we're going to try one side with a brush, one side with the beauty sponge, wet beauty sponge, and we'll see which side I like best, and then I may go over it with whatever I like best. Now I have primed my face. All I've used is my Ole Henriksen Banana Bright face primer today. I've not popped on any bronzing drops today because I don't want to have like too much mixed in, and I don't want to affect the color as well because I want to see what the color looks like to start off with. I used the Banana Bright primer. This is my second or third bottle of it, so I know how this works already, so that's why I paired it with this one. So let's go ahead and open it up. Why do they put the ingredients on like a little sticker that you gotta take off? I'm going to like stick it up higher because it's always good to have the ingredients there, so if you have a reaction then you know what you're reacting to. Okay, so I'm just gonna give it a quick shake, and I think I'm just going to let me pop it on the back of my hand, but let me show you. I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, it's not like super runny, but it's not like super thick either. Okay. Alright, so we'll start off with that much first and we'll go from that because that's quite a lot there. Alright, so we'll start off with the brush, and I think we will do the brush on my left side and we'll do the sponge on the right side. So I'm just going to take a little bit on the brush and I'm just tapping it on my hand so I don't have like too much on there. Let's go in and, oh, okay. Has a strong smell for me, but I'm someone that doesn't like fragrance in my makeup or skincare, so if you don't mind it, it's probably not like super strong for you, but for someone that's not got it in their makeup or skincare, it's pretty strong. Alright, let's go in with a little bit more. So far not a super duper fan of the brush because it's leaving lots of little taps and lines on my pores here, so not a massive fan of the brush way. Hopefully the sponge applies better because otherwise I'm not going to like this. Gotta be careful because I've already done my brows. Okay, so alright, this is one side of my face done. I think the color match is pretty good. It could be a little too light, like I probably could have gone like a little bit darker, but I would prefer it to be a little bit light because then once I add like bronzer and everything on, then you know it will all look matching, and it's easier to make something darker than lighter. So I think it's pretty good. It's really good for like my winter shade, definitely. It's actually not bad coverage. I was a bit concerned that it wasn't going to be a lot because it says that it's only medium buildable coverage, but actually I don't mind that coverage. I'm normally like a full coverage kind of person, but yeah, that looks pretty good. I probably used half that amount that I had on my hand, so I'm going to go in with a little bit more and see if we can build it up. I'm just tapping it on with the brush here. just to see what it looks like built up. Can you see, like, when I'm tapping, can you see it's like lifting up product underneath? So definitely not one that I would personally use a brush with. But it's not terrible if that's all you have. You could make it work. Yeah, with a little bit of a lighter hand, it's a little bit better. Definitely buildable. That looks almost full coverage now to me. I've covered like my main like freckles and stuff here. You can pretty much not be able to see them now. So pretty happy with that. So let's go in. I ended up using most of that. So let's go back in with a little bit more. And we're gonna go in with a sponge on the other side. Okay, and this is a wet sponge, so I probably won't need as much because it's not gonna be absorbing anything. Yeah, definitely don't need anywhere near as much as the other side because this is like blending, blending, blending. Wow. That was like one tiny little dot that I popped on there and that has blended all the way on that side of my face. And we'll take a tiny bit more for my forehead. Again, gotta be careful because I've done my brows, so I don't really want to do my brows again, but if I have to, I will. Okay, definitely prefer the sponge side better. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it on camera, but I feel like this side is like super textured, whereas this side it is like more like skin-like. So I don't have like all those little dots from all the bristles, but let's go in with a bit more to build it up to the same as the other side now. And then I think what I'll do is I will do a tap all over my face, just so it is all the same all over. Feels really, really nice. It actually feels really nice on the skin as well. It feels like really lightweight, so very, very happy with that because I'm not a person that likes it very heavy. Okay, so sponge, brush side. You could get away with either side, just your personal preference. I would prefer the sponge, so I'm just gonna go over and do one last tap on everything. That's better. I just felt like the brush just like accentuated any texture on my skin. So that's why I prefer the sponge. I am a sponge person though, like I do use a sponge on like the daily for my foundation still versus a brush. I will use a brush every now and then, like if I've run out of sponges or I've only taken a brush with me or something, then definitely I would use it. But I prefer how like natural the sponge looks. And I do always use a wet sponge too. Okay, so this is what it is looking like. So as I said, I've done 2 layers. So it's definitely more of like a full coverage now. So I did build it up. So what were the claims again? So it is a medium buildable coverage, long lasting, and it's a satin foundation. Definitely a satin foundation. Now I am someone that definitely prefers like a matte or a satin. I don't like super glowy or anything because of my chemical menopause hot flushes. I need something that isn't like gonna slip off my face. So it'll be interesting to see how this looks in a few hours. I am going to try and do a wear test, but it's not going to be like a full day wear test because it is mid-morning already when I'm filming this. So yeah, it looks really, really nice on the skin. Really, really nice. Really like natural, very lightweight. I can't really yeah, I can't feel it. I hate when, you know, when like your face feels like sort of like tight and heavy. I hate that feeling. It almost feels like I've just popped some moisturizer on. So really like that. I am going to go in now with a concealer, which I'm going to show you. So we'll see what that looks like. And then once I've done that, I will go in and set it all down because obviously chemical menopause, hot flushes, I need to set it down. So we'll see what it looks like after all that. But let's go in with the next product. So the next product is the Kosas Revealer Super Creamy and Brightening Concealer. So I got the shade 0.7C, which is very light with pink undertones. Now I did do some swatches in store, but they only had a few shades there, so I just had to go with what I could actually get. So this is what it looks like. And there are so many reviews on this, so I'm super excited to try it. Okay, it's just like a little standard like doe foot applicator. So let's go in. Okay, it's a little bit dark, dang it. I would definitely prefer it to be a little bit lighter. This is like almost my skin tone. I honestly prefer it to have like a little bit of a brightening effect on me, so that's why I normally like it a little bit lighter. But I had to get what I had to get, so we'll go with that much. So I've just done a little bit on either in a corner, like you can barely see it because it is blending in with my actual skin, and a little bit on the edge there. So we're gonna go back in with actually I might do one side with a brush and one side with the sponge as well, so I can show you the difference. Yeah, okay, so we're going in with a brush on this side again because that's the side we used for a brush before. So let's blend this out. I feel like as though it's picking up the makeup underneath. It's not meshing very nicely. It's like lifting up. Let me zoom you in. I'm not sure if you can see in there, but it's actually picked up all the foundation and everything that was under it. So something's not meshing together nicely there, but that's what it looks like. Let's go in on the other side with my sponge and see if it does the same thing. Okay, it's not doing it with the sponge. Okay, it looks a lot better with the sponge, so let's go back in with a little bit more just in here. Go back in a little bit more there. And see if we can cover this up again. Okay, that's better. Definitely not the shade that I would prefer, but that is really, really nice. It's super creamy, very lightweight. I can't feel that on my skin either. Super, super lightweight. With the brush, it honestly picked up the product underneath. As you saw on this side, it was picking it up just here. Not sure if that's something to do with the foundation or with the brush or with my primer, but something just wasn't working together. Obviously I will update you guys on all of this in like speed reviews in like a month or so, so I will try a bunch of different ways as well and let you guys know what I think of it in a more in-depth video. But from first impressions, I really like it. Definitely could have gone a shade lighter, but I think this was the lightest shade that they had in stock when I grabbed it, because I normally do just grab the lightest one. Yeah, I'm still very impressed by it though. Super creamy, super lightweight. I think this has got to be almost like the Natasha Denona High Glam concealer, like how lightweight that is. That's what this is like. So really, really happy with that, and I only had to use a very small amount as well. It's covered all my dark circles and everything, so very happy. So I've just realized I have two blushes, so I can't use both of them because I can't give you what I actually think of them. Should we do one on either side? Alright, I'm not going anywhere. I've already been to the shops this morning, so let's do one on either side, because otherwise I can't give you both blushes in the same video. So the first blush here I've got is the Mecca Max Off Duty Blush Stick. So my favorite ones being Juicy so far. So I picked this up in the shade Moody, and this is absolutely stunning. Look at that color. So pretty. So we're going to go in with this, and what I'm actually going to do is I will take a brush rather than pop it straight on my face, just because this is such a dark, deep shade for me. I don't want to go overboard. So we're going to pop it on a brush and we're going to pop it on my face. Oh, look how pretty that is. And I would rather build this up than put too much on, because yeah, so deep for my Casper White face skin. Look how pretty that is. Oh, I love that color. Love, 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 love. All right, let's go with a little bit more, because obviously I'm gonna set it down on top, so it will diffuse it a little bit. Oh my goodness, I love. This is so pretty. Yes. Okay, that is absolutely gorgeous shade. Obviously I don't have any bronzer or anything on right now. I will do that once I've set my face down. And this will look a little bit less once I've set my face down. It won't look so crazy. But that is absolutely stunning. I love that shade. Okay, that might be my new favorite shade. It's same formula as the other two that I've tried with you guys. It blends really nicely. It's super creamy. A small amount goes a long way with this shade, because I am Casper White and this is such a deep shade for me. I'd love to see this shade on a darker skin tone. I think this shade would look absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna set down my face now just with my Center of Attention Cosmetics All Day Slay Powder. It's my like ride or die setting powder, so I know how this one is. I'll come back and I'll show you what the foundation and the concealer is looking like once I've set that down, and then we will jump into the last blush, which is our last product. Okay, I decided to just film with you anyway. Zoom you right in so you can really see this. That is a little bit of setting powder underneath my eye. This is what it looked like beforehand. I did tap out the creases, but that is what it looks like now. Look how smooth and like concealed that all looks. That looks absolutely stunning. I love it. Through this other eye, see it in real time. A very small amount of powder just tapped off into the lid. Look at that. That concealer is amazing. Where is all my texture gone from underneath my eyes? It looks so pretty. All right, let's finish setting my actual face, full face down now. Okay, so I've set my full face down now. As you saw just up and close and personal, my under eyes are looking amazing with that concealer. I'm obsessed. I can't wait to keep using that. But even my skin is actually looking really nice with that foundation. So yeah, so far I'm really, really impressed with it. So yeah, this is what it's looking like. Really, really nice. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to quickly pop on some bronzer, because it's a powder bronzer, and then we'll go back in with the last product, which was the other blush. Okay, so I've just gone in and I've popped some bronzer on now. So we're going to go in with the lucky last product, which is from NYX, and it is one of their Buttermelt blushes. Now, I don't actually know the shade name of this. It literally says on the bag, Getting Butter Shimmering Rose. So I'm not sure if you're able to, if this focuses. Not focus. Come on. Okay, so see up here, Getting Butter and then Shimmering Rose. So I'm not sure exactly which one is the shade, but it is a glowy finish blush, and I tried it in store, the tester. Oh my god, it feels like velvet. Oh, that was mission impossible to get that open. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Oh, it is beautiful. Yes, it feels so nice. Okay, so this is what it looks like. How stunning is that? Really, really pretty, right? Okay, so we're gonna go in, we're gonna take a little bit on a brush and try this out. Yes, look how pink it is. Oh, I love that pink. That is so pretty. Now I'm using a very small brush. I would have preferred to use a bigger one, but I just used my other clean big one for foundation and then for the other blush. So I'm limited with my brushes now. Yes, that is so pretty. Oh, I love that. That is blending really nicely too. But that color is gorgeous. That is a beautiful shade. Sorry if you can hear my dogs snoring. They're just laying on the bed next to me, watching me film and snore. So yeah, that is beautiful. And now I can't decide which side I like the best. I feel like this side is like more natural because it's like a cream. So it like is a bit more seamless with your skin, whereas this you can definitely tell it's a blush because it is a powder. So I don't know, I guess it just depends what you would prefer, but I would be happy to honestly wear either of these. It looks really nice. This one I feel like is a bit more like pinky, whereas this one has like a bit more of a brown undertone. So yeah, again, whatever your preference is, there's obviously multiple different shades of these, but I just picked the shades that I felt that I would prefer the best. Yeah, I really like that. So I'm going to quickly go off camera. I'm going to finish doing whatever I need to do on my face. I'll come back and I'll show you what it is looking like before I start the wear test. Okay, so this is how the finished look came out. I think it came out really, really nicely. I really, really love it. Very, very happy with it. So overall, we've started the wear test now. So hopefully I'll do just like a 4-hour check-in with you before I take it all off. But if I don't, then I will add in comments down below, and I will obviously update you guys in a speed reviews later on. Okay, this is gonna be a super quick check-in because I am tired and exhausted and I'm ready to have a shower, take this off, get in my comfy clothes, sit down. Actually no, cook dinner first, then sit down and relax. So this is what my face is looking like after 4 hours and 18 minutes. So I finished this around 2 p.m. today and it is now 6:18 p.m. when I'm filming this. So this is what it looks like up close and personal. So based on this, definitely the foundation isn't looking as good as it did at the start. So I'm definitely going to have to keep playing with that and like play with different like primers, moisturizers underneath, and obviously like different concealers and stuff like that on top of it. So keep an eye out on my speed reviews for that. It's like enhancing all my texture now, and it is settling in all my like crease lines and stuff. So potentially maybe I need to do a bit of like baking around my crease lines. But I will update you guys in a speed reviews on the foundation. As for the concealer, remember I said I really liked it? Yeah, it is all bunched up and moved. It looked so good when I first applied it, and now I'm like, where is it? I'll pull my eyes down. Yeah, it's all creased down here. So I'm gonna have to keep playing with that. Again, it could be the mixture between the foundation and concealer just doesn't mix. Because if you remember on this side when I used to brush with it, it was pulling the product off. So this is just my first impressions. I'm gonna keep trying it different ways and see if it is like this combo just doesn't gel together. But at this point in time, I'm like a bit concerned to go out like that. Like, I'd be mortified if I walked into the toilet and noticed like there's literally, can you see, there's literally no makeup here anymore on either side. So yeah, not happy with that at the moment. Okay, mascara, I can't really tell for the lashes because obviously I got falsies on, but I do not have anything down below. Nothing has like smudged or anything. This is eyeshadow that's sitting here. A dark color eyeshadow, but yeah, nothing has like smudged or transferred down below, so pretty happy with that. This side was the cream blush. It still looks just as good as when I first applied it. Absolutely love this formula. Amazing. The other side is the powder blush, and I gotta say, it still looks just as good as when I first applied it as well. So really happy with the blushes. And yeah, even happy with the mascara for what I want it for. It's just the base products, so the foundation and the concealer, but it could just be to do with what primer I used, or could potentially be to do with the two not working together. So overall, looking from like far away, you can't really tell, but obviously I'm looking up close and personal to inspect and give you a proper review. So that's why I'm able to pick up like the faults. If I was out in the public, I don't think people are gonna like notice it, but I do because I'm looking up close. So that is my final review for today's video. As I said, I will update you guys in a speed review, so I'm going to pass you back to past future Lottie. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up down below because it really helps me out. And if you're new, don't forget to join my family, hit that subscribe button and change that notification bell to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. Bye!